All right, folks, can you hear me today? Nope. Okay. All right. What do we want to see? This bad boy here? Or maybe we should do another review of this. Or even this. Or is it this? Yes, those are speakers. And they are quite loud. I'll do a fun comparison between another handheld that I bought with my own money as well, and the developer unit for this brick. Is there an echo? Yeah, quick question. Is there a bit of an echo? Let me see. Okay. Oh, okay. Just making sure. Yeah, let me just share this link in the other channel for CubeXX guys. Oh, joy. All right, let's start. Yeah, so what's interesting here is the LEDs on this actually mirror what's on the screen. Well, at least in the menu selection anyway. So if I were to move about, you can see main plus. The color scheme changes. Pretty nifty. Neo Geo. Let's try something like this. There we go. Purple. So it looks like there's a primary color and a secondary color. So what was really interesting was the Game Boy. And then choosing my game seemed to have shown red and green, but now it's a bit different. Weird. Okay, well, anyway. As far as the speakers go, oh yeah, they get loud. Jeez, screen's too bright. Hang on. I'm not really familiar with this OS, so bear with me, and I haven't quite figured out the hotkeys yet, but I think I'm going to have to turn the brightness down. There's no way we're capturing this on camera. Right, that's 1 out of 10. Looks still plenty bright. There we go. Maybe I'll put the LEDs down too. Now, as far as I can tell, the LEDs aren't, at least on this firmware, I can't seem to figure out how to address them. So it really is random at the moment. So yeah. Somebody was asking about GBA. Let's try that. Oh yeah, the defaults on this are a little bit bugged. I had to pull the base firmware package from the Smart Pro, and yeah, that's pretty annoying. It's a shader. Hang on, let me turn that off. Oh, jeez. Right. I don't actually know what these buttons do. They don't seem to do much at all. But I'll tell you something, guys. The screen, not bad at all. Interestingly enough, I find that it has a better pixel response time than this $200 device here. Better speakers than this as well. Well, the start and select seems to be at the bottom here. And I'm not entirely sure what the logic was there, but I'm sure it's addressable. I'll fast forward this. Oh yeah, I'm not entirely sure actually. Is this capable of integer scaling for this system? Let me see. Some slight bars, but no big deal. To be honest, I can't really tell that much. The screen itself seems to be pretty high resolution. Saturation, contrast, black levels look pretty good for an IPS. It's probably something to do, the start select is probably something to do with the base package. Oh, right, I haven't played this one since then. I've never tried cross mix, no. You know, I played with the Smart Pro for a little while, just to do some firmware work on it, but I never really picked it up again. I think the default core on this is, oh no, it is MGBA. There you go. Nicely done. What I will say is the shoulder buttons are interesting, so have a look. What you'll find is your finger is physically quite a bit bigger than the buttons themselves, so they tend to slope off quite easily. Otherwise, no real big deal. I envision most people use the top tip of the finger probably to press the buttons. To me, you know, I've never had an analog pocket, but visually, definitely, it looks very similar. Is it metal? I don't know, let's see. Nah, that's plastic. Mini Plus. It's probably somewhere in my handheld bin drawer somewhere. I wasn't really the biggest fan. Probably somewhere next to my SF2000. If you want comparisons, I don't know. Let me see. No, actually, most people won't have that. Maybe. Maybe in terms of thickness, might be closer to a 40x. Yeah. The smudging, well, let me see. It's there, but it's not terrible. Like, I've heard about the Powkity X18S being a fingerprint magnet. This is nowhere nothing like that. Whatever there is seems to come right off. It evaporates for most part. Yeah. I like the black. Yeah, I actually ordered this in white as well, from Go Game Geek. But yeah, unexpected dev unit landed on my step, and apparently Trim UI will share some Android sources, which will be interesting for me to see. But let's see. The Fn key can be used to switch between D-pad and okay. There's that. See, I'm not really familiar. All right, well, let's try something else. Why don't we try Mega Drive? Yeah. Yeah, so I like to use Sonic as a good example of things here because of the frame pacing, right? So other handhelds with bad frame rates or refresh rates, Sonic tends to be really jerky. For me, it's very noticeable. For others, not so much. So for me, it's a good indication whether a display's very well set for the refresh rate. And yeah, this looks good to me. Anyway. Right, well, I mean, that's about it for this. Is there anything else you want to see? Well, I'm still here. They do something to make a sound. You know what? Let's try. Right, so okay. UPC. Right, so currently starter is mapped to here. Let's do some jiggery pokery and see if we can remap that button. Pokemon chose. Restart. What's probably easier if I do it from here. Menu control. Oh no, not menu. Which pad binds. And start. Yeah, that I think worked in modern mode. Right. Yeah, there you go. That worked. definitely mappable. It's just probably the stock firmware needs updating on the base package on the SD card. Like I said, I grabbed it from the Smart Pro, so it probably doesn't take that into account. But yeah, definitely mappable. You could do other things. Oh, starting right. Starting left exit. Okay. Not that anybody cares, but we could do stuff like scroll tests. Oh, what a terrible live stream. Okay. Well, anyway. All right. Cool. So I'm thinking of moving on to the Cube XX. And just for comparison, got the OG Cube here. It's literally the same thing, just swapped. Joey did a great video on this. Interestingly, no fan at the back. And the white colour on the original Cube seems to be a bit more off-white versus the pure white colour here. We've got analog triggers on the original Cube and digital ones on the XX. Sticks are different. That's Hall, that's not. Face is pretty much the same. Feelings-wise, let me see. Well, actually, interestingly, the A button does feel a little bit smaller. Don't know if I'm imagining that. Maybe. Well, let's see if I can get this to work. Oh yeah, there we go. Well, I mean, screen-wise, they're identical. Let me see. They're both a bit too bright. Hang on. That's still too bright. Hang on. Not too dark. Just right. There we go. Yeah, okay. Bit more of a fair comparison, I think. I do need to load this up with some games. The only one I was really able to do was from Rich Arch itself. Funny thing, they didn't send any SD card for this one, so no games included. Just the basic app center, which, you know, is kind of useless for me. But hell. But what I was able to do was just quickly go in here, start Rich Arch. And then online updater, content downloader, and just grab a bit of homebrew from there. So let's try that. I'll do in comparison. So try the Genesis, try Foxland, I guess. All right, low content, download, Foxland. Let's do it for Genesis Plus, GX. Oops, sorry, my bad. think I've got this on here as well. Let me just check. So screen comparison, it's more or less the same, isn't it? Well, actually, let me get a closer look. There is some slight difference in the color temperature, I guess. But honestly, this is probably just minutiae, some sort of difference maybe in the display driver itself. Looking at it head on, they pretty much look identical. Maybe this one's a slight bit more yellow. Not much else you can do about that. Yeah, I agree. Okay. As far as stock OS goes, it's not terrible. But yeah, definitely need some mustard OS love on here. Hopefully we can get a patch kernel for the sticks. I actually need to check if the sticks are okay or not. I don't think they've got PPSSPP on here for me to check. No, just an IO test, and that's, yeah, pretty cardinal. Never mind. Anyway. Okay. I can keep going, guys, if you want. Maybe I'll do this one last. So, I just want to talk about a little issue that I'm going to try and demonstrate on this. So, the OLED panel on this is, what's it got a resolution of? 1280 by 960. The issue is that we seem to have found a bug either in the driver itself that drives the LCD display, or there's some timing issue, or worst case scenario, it could be a physical issue with the display. And what you're seeing is the text isn't as sharp as it should be. There's some scaling going on. It kind of reminds me a lot like of the Miyoo Mini V4 screens when they've initially launched, where the scaling wasn't quite right. Things were a little bit more blurry, not as sharp as you hoped it would be. But what really is an issue is the fact that this will screw up your shaders, right? If you like to use LCD shaders or CRT shaders, it's going to cause a problem. I'll see if I can demonstrate it on here. Perhaps. No, it's not these. Test patterns. Right. So this is without any shader. Right. It's on low brightness, so don't worry about the artifact in there so much. It's more about the issue when you start to apply LCD type shaders on here. So let's see. Right. Let's try something like LCD 3X. Oh yeah, touchscreens are just a bit finicky on this. There we go. Oh, it's hard to make out. The problem with this is it's very hard to capture on camera. Let me see if I can get it. Right. No, it's hard to get in camera. But basically, the grid doesn't look as even as it should. There's some banding there. You can see some slight banding there. Very visible now. And if I disable the shader, that's without the shader, that's with it enabled. Right. The funny thing is, if you take a screenshot of this right now and you view it on something like your laptop or your phone, it actually looks perfectly fine. So anyway, yeah, I just thought I'd highlight that. I'm not here going to do a review of the Pocket Mini. It's a good device. There's other reviewers you can go to there. I'm just pointing out from a developer's point of view. And yeah, this is really annoying. See that? It's not a skill issue, it's just the touchscreen seems to be poorly calibrated in some bits. Let's see CRT shader. I realised the compression on YouTube isn't going to be very good. So it's going to destroy anything I show you, but hey, oh. Anyway, cool. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream. That's me finishing up for now. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'll start working on these devices as well. Adios.